Has a good answer to that? I guess. Yes. It's hard to tell, I guess. But from my opinion, what we may have done that other jazz group usually don't do is that we are producing our jazz as if it was a pop album, sort of. So we dare to use all these keyboards and these cliches that's used in so many other genres, but maybe not really in jazz, because jazz is usually considered as a pure art and it's supposed to be acoustic, but in our case we just don't care about that, so we create another sound maybe in that way.
Yeah, I think and when groups record acoustic jazz albums, mostly it's done in a live way in a short time. We also do that, but then we work on the records with the electronics and stuff, and shape stuff. So it's like that's what Daniel said, like a pop production. It's a longer time, more work.
Yes, much more work and much more effort than a traditional jazz album. Takes. Okay, number 2.
Yeah.
Only original tracks in this new album. Why? Why, Christian? Why?
Why?
I mean, that's been the case on all the records. That's what I think is a key ingredients for the sound, that we actually have original music. And Donald is a great composer and writes beautiful songs, and that's a good start. And then we continue to work with those tunes and arrange them and as they said, work on them. So
yeah, we like standard jazz as well, but for this group, I think we like to make our own music.
Okay, 3.
In your previous records, there were marches to all the greatest musicians from your own country, like Johansson and Stensson, for example. Anything similar in the new record? Yes, actually there is. Yeah. It's an homage to one of the present best drummer in Sweden, Magnus Öström, which was the former drummer of Karlsson Trio. I'm a member of his band as well as my own band, and he has always been experimenting with these odd meters, and we have practiced a lot to get his music together because it's really complicated. And after a while I started to write similar songs myself. So that's why one of the songs, A Man and His Umbrella, is dedicated to him. So it's an homage.
Very good, Man and His Umbrella.
Okay.
4.
Ding Dong has been registered during 6 months in 2 sessions, during winter and summer in the same island. Can you tell us more about it? Did it just happen, or you planned it that way? That's a good question. I don't remember.
oops, that wasn't so good. What I can remember, we didn't really plan it. I mean, from the beginning, it was one session in the beginning of the year in January. And I guess we didn't have enough time to record everything we wanted to record. We want to add some new stuff, new tunes that came up later on, and so we decided to have another session in the summer. So, but then of course it's big contrasts in the weather and everything. But it's hard to tell if that I mean, maybe something happens in the music, but it's impossible for me to say, what it actually is. But well, we needed more time actually to do it 2 sessions.
We're also using the advantage that we have to record in our own studio whenever we want, and how much,
there's
want.
a lot of freedom.
There's no limit to us.
Yeah.
We just feel like adding one more song to the recording. We could do that whenever we want because it's
Yeah, and also that when we're recording the recordings, it's actually our producer and engineer. He's almost like a fourth member.
Yes.
When we are working together, recording the albums. So he's very much a part of this, and I mean, since he can also be in that kind of spot together with us during several days, any hours of the day or night. It's a very unique way of working, I think, and I like it a lot.
Yes.
Okay. 5?
5.
Yeah, I think, no?
Apart from Svensson and his natural fire, what does Swedish jazz mean
To us? Mean to us?
to us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's a big legacy for us. With so many great musicians and bands since, early from the 50s, and a lot of good bands. And we heard them, and I think that makes a big difference for us. Growing up, listening, and now playing, you have that in the back of your head.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good musicians.
Esbjörn has also meant a lot for me, pretty much because he created a dream. He made the dream reality. Which no other jazz bands from Sweden, at least, had done before. So, with this in mind, I've been able to work very hard because I knew it's possible. So that's also very good. That's good. 6.
Yeah.
Has it become a tradition? Do you feel the responsibility when you
Yeah, it's
to represent the culture to tradition? Well, the answer on number 6 is no. I should say. Yeah. Or what do you think?
But we don't think about it
No,
that much
we don't
when
feel
we
the
play.
responsibility.
But it's, as you pointed out, it's a big tradition with all the bands and musicians and EST and
It appears like that anyway.
yeah.
in Italy.
Brescia, Rome, Naples, and then all the south of Italy. What do you think will be the reaction of the Italian audience to this record and its sound? It's hard to say, but so far it's been really good.
Yes,
People have been really interested, and we're overwhelmed about the reaction, actually. So we hope it's going to continue in the south of Italy as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
8, 9.
Okay.
Who are your reference points when it comes to the jazz history? Well, we have lots of references. Of course, we have references on our own instruments. For instance, you mentioned a few references.
Yeah, before, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had on the bass in jazz tradition, there's many great musicians and artists that I admire a lot, and I'm a big fan of those. For instance, if you want names, people like Scott LaFaro, Paul Chambers, Charlie Hayden, and also like in Sweden, I always admired a lot Pelle Danielsson, and but then of course there is also like another thing that you actually listen to the. I mean, it's nice to hear all the voices, but when they create something together, it's even stronger. So there's many bands during the history of jazz that's very important and means a lot. Like, I mean, everybody tells you those names like Miles Davis, John Coltrane, or even Duke Ellington or Charles Mingus or Keith Jarrett, and then on with more like fusion things that I like a lot as well, like Weather Report and things like that. So there's a big heritage. There's a big heritage, and it's a strong thing that has meant a lot. But yeah.
And I think for this band, I think it had a kind of really wide inspiration from just because we looking to the pop side and the jazz side, and it's such a mix. So we're the report, or I mean, the ones who kind of did the genre leap before us is really important. And even if we don't think we're copying anyone, I think that's the whole movement is important for us.
There's lots of different styles in our music and lots of different.
The last, I think.
9.
Yeah.
Do you think electronic music can have the potential to develop new ways to do jazz? Or alternatively, what can electronic music do on its own? I think this is a matter of genres, and all genres could be mixed up with each other, I guess. And then if you call it jazz in the end or electronic in the end, it's not the big point. And all music have lots of ingredients that can develop something new with other genres, of course. So yeah, that's my answer on this one.
Yeah.
That was number 9. Yes?
That's the last. Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. Would you agree to say that with this record you are not anymore Svensson?
Okay. Heritage.
But you have reached your own.
A classic question for you.
Yes,
I think.
it's a classic question. It's funny because the thing is, when it comes to me personally and Esbjörn, we have had the same teachers, we have gone to the same school, we've been in the same bands, and we've been substituting for each other. So we are. I never knew him because we are. Of course, I met him a few times, but we are both piano players. But my heritage is the same heritage as Svensson's heritage in a way. So we've been surrounded with the same environment, and that's the big heritage that could never separate us apart, actually. But still, musically, I guess, in my opinion, they are not even the first record we did has that much to do with Trio. But I'm admiring the Trio very much, and I've been listening to it a lot. So of course,
there are some meeting points, of course, between ASD and what we do. And we have never tried to do music like he did it. We always have had our own twist on it, our own tradition.
Perfect.